tres, cuatro.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Divination Night, Season 3, Episode 3, actually. I'm Lady Gwendolyn, and joining me tonight, surprise, is Asa Knight.
Hello, guys. How are you? Someone said there was coffee.
Not on my end, so I'm hoping you got it covered.
You know I've got a cup, honey. I don't go anywhere without my coffee. I tell you what. I'm fixing things around this damn studio. Where's my coffee pot?
So, originally scheduled tonight, our guest apparently had some complications, but the show must go on, so we persevere.
Exactly.
So Asian has been so gracious to hop on and help me out here. So, we may not be on here very long, but we're here, everybody. Hi, Shannon. Hi, Brenda. Thank you all so much for joining us.
Hello, Miss Shannon. Hello, Miss Brenda. How are you? I don't know. What do you want to talk about? Maybe the use of, well, your guest's name was actually off of Madame Volotsky. She was the first one that used it. I don't know. Names sometimes have a lot of meaning behind them. But
Okay.
yeah.
Do share. Let's talk about it.
Okay. Well, let's start with yours first. Lady Gwendolyn. Titled Lady Royalty.
Yes. There is actually a Lady Gwendolyn. She was a countess. And not spelled the same. Not Gwendolyn was spelled, but she was the mother of Guinness.
I can't go being the mother of Guinness. So,
yeah.
Maybe you need to put some stout in my beer. In my coffee.
So I actually found that information out this evening, and I'll tell you why. Because something you said stuck in my head. We did Modern Spiritual together last month, I think it was.
Yeah, last month I had you over there.
Yeah, so for those of you who aren't familiar, go check out modernspiritual.com and Modern Spiritual on YouTube and check out the lives Asen does. Those they're great. Anyway, you said something that stuck in my head. You said that I was the only Lady Gwendolyn on Keen. So I started Googling myself. And
as you should.
Yeah. So Lady Gwendolyn doesn't Lady Gwendolyn healing comes up when you Google just Lady Gwendolyn, because the book Lady Gwendolyn and these historical figures is what pops up. In order to get my Keen, my Mystic Sense, and my Facebook, you have to put in actual Lady Gwendolyn Ravenstone.
Yes.
So I find it funny that but then it's Pam, it's all me.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. But that's how I found the historical Lady Gwendolyn.
One of the historical Lady Gwendolyn's.
The other Lady Gwendolyn is Merlin. And oh my gosh, I got a story to tell you.
Go for it. You've been sticking yourself into stones again?
Lady Gwendolyn was the wife of Merlin. And so he actually wrote a poem to her and everything. I shared it on my Facebook a couple years ago. But the reason it's forefront in my mind is because I received a gift from my mother the other day. And I was going to do a video to explain it, but we're live. Hey, might as well talk about it, right?
Exactly. We talk about everything around here. Good, the bad, and the evil.
Meet Moulin.
Oh, Moulin? Oh, that's cute.
I know. And look at the owl, a little white owl.
How cute.
So of course, with the wizard thing. Okay, so anyway, I'm associated with this two ways. Lady Gwendolyn, the wife of Merlin, and my supreme deity, my matron that I follow is Maeve, and her storyline goes with a white cow. and the owl.
Okay.
The owl is associated with her. So this is not only, Moulin, the little, and I was like, is he like a goat? Because I thought it was a goat, but no, it's a cow. It's registered a cow. But
Technically,
yeah,
it's a bull.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the horns holding up the little cat. I love it. It's so cute.
Yeah, she done good. She done good. I'll give her points this time.
Yeah. I'm not a cow person, but it fit so
Oh.
perfectly. So to me, it was my mother inadvertently
Hmm.
telling me I need to pay more attention to my matron. So,
Well, probably, and pay more attention to your mummy energy.
yeah.
I know. But no, Madam was very much a try. A lot of people look really weird at people when their first name is Madam or their title is Madam this, Madam that. That was
Mm,
actually that comes out of Russia and the Germanics and Germanicry, and it means lady. Um, Before it had other meanings, yes, we see you trolls. But anyway, it is actually tied more into spiritualism.
oh, okay.
Okay. Very much like the Wiccans and Pagans, once you reach a certain level, you get called a lady and you have responsibilities. A madam has responsibilities.
Hmm.
To communicate and connect with spirit, to lead cycles, that type of thing. So I found it really interesting. And if y'all guys haven't studied or gone and looked up Madame Blavatsky, you might want to go do that because she is the mother of of new theology, theometry, depending on which translation you look at. She actually was a lower royal in Russia and married a dude because her family demanded it, and she devoured education. Like she read every fucking book in the palace,
I bet
and
definitely.
then said, "You know what? I am out of here. I am not producing you a bunch of children. That is not my job. I am not the cow of Russia." She took off to India and Theosophy, and formed the New Philosophy Society, and basically gave us new thought. And for anyone studying theology, different philosophy, that is where all that begins and comes out of. Thoughts about like manifestation comes from the original seed was planted with her.
Okay.
Okay.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So if you wonder where a lot of new age stuff comes from, it comes out of India. It comes out of study in India. It comes out of this poor Russian woman that, well, not technically super poor, but she wasn't, upper echelon, I am the supreme being, rich, So.
Hey, maybe I'm related. I haven't found it in my chart yet, but my ancestry, my that's kind of what I did a little bit today.
Uh-huh.
Did a little bit of ancestry research, and what I can date back to, I can't find my Russian ancestry.
Well,
So
that's
I,
very hard to find because, they are traditionally Russian Orthodox, if it's in a Russian Orthodox Christian, Russian Orthodox Jew, and most of the records are not being maintained by the government, which is what gives you your ancestry today.
mm,
Um, and they don't have Mormons there. Most of the geology is we are benefited from the Mormon Church, who has this kept and continue to keep records of the American civilization.
okay. So I'm excited
You are.
for.
You should be excited. This is now March 1st.
I know, and it came in like a lamb.
For some people. For some people.
Okay. Weather-wise, the old saying, March, if March either comes in like a lion or a lamb, and then it'll go out the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
So if that holds true,
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the month, we will either get
6 foot of snow or 7 foot of rain.
yeah. And the see, I made the prediction a long time ago that our seasons were going to start flipping, and we were going to start getting like the colder, like further and further, like into spring, and then to where we and eventually don't have it at all.
Well, it
So
would be
that's
nice that we just got into and that tropical where we no longer get that 6 foot of damn snow. Like
mm,
there is no reason we need that. We need 48 hours of cold weather. Let's put it like we are the manifestations and creators of everything. So fine. I want it to snow Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, the day after Christmas. That is all fine, cute, lovely. Take your pictures, have your holiday moment, then get it the hell out of here. Pack it
not
up,
now.
take it down. I don't know. Take it up to Maine where they actually enjoy the snow.
Right. I mean, honestly, okay. So this weekend, I took like a little mini day trip
Mm-hmm.
and went to Seneca Rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Now, over on in the mountainside, there was a little bit of snow,
Mm-hmm.
but I've only seen the snow in the mountains the past 2 weekends. When I went to Benedict Foshnot Festival, there was snow and ice going across those mountains, and then there was snow on the ground, like crossing over Seneca, like into Petersburg and Moorfield area. But here in the Potomac Plateau, we don't get it. We're not getting these
For the
things.
moment.
Okay, everybody, I'm sorry I brought up snow.
Oh, they know how it is. Uh,
So no, you can't blame Joe. He's an innocent bystander.
no. He does weather predictions on every psychic that plans on Sundays. So that's what he
Oh,
gets it.
okay.
Yep.
Okay, I missed that. Why me? Why?
Hey, I get blamed for all the other predictions. Show can get blamed for the weather.
Okay, all right.
We got to keep
Sorry,
this
Joe.
balance. For those that don't know, Joe's my partner. We host a mini show. But
Let's talk about them for a minute, because for those of you who are not listening or are listening on Lady Gwendolyn, then you need to know about the Psychic Coffee Shop, because that's what network we're running off of. So tell us about the Psychic Coffee Shop
all
now.
right, the Clergy Coffee Shop started out of a older show called People That Talk. It was this old blog talk radio. It was like 5 or 6 of us psychics, and we just would sit down on Thursday night and talk live on air. Nobody knew podcasting was dead. So the Psychic Coffee Shop started that way. It was actually a really fun show, and I was like, "Oh, well, this is nice." And then Reverend Barbara moved on to do other things. That's cool. So I started the Psychic Coffee Shop, and it grew. And I've had a couple co-hosts on it, and I interview authors and different people, or I talk about news and politics and all that fun stuff, and give you a psychic perspective of it. That happens on Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. and originally started out on Thursdays, and I think we did like 9:30 or something. I don't know. If you guys go and find graphics, you'll see older graphics. And now we do lives on Tuesday nights. Then Wednesday night, Lady Gwendolyn does her thing, whatever her thing is. Um,
I change it up. I've got
Thank you
3
to
shows running
partner.
currently.
Just wait till you're running all 3 shows all year long.
Well, I already have an idea for the summer, because remember, I after the end of Divination Night, which is it ends at the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
um I don't have anything because that's festival season, and I have a couple of quite a few events happening and planning and stuff that has to take place. And But I'm gonna have to come on live a couple of times and kind of give updates and stuff like that. So I might put like a short little mini series up.
Well, I'm thinking that maybe you should come in and actually review some of the festivals and talk about these festivals. Talk about what they did, what you liked, what you didn't like. I mean, you now run three, so I think you can review them
Yes.
and review other people's festivals. And yes, I said three.
Yes, actually, the first one comes up on March 25th, and
Hmm.
that is Pagan Day of Prayer, and that is an online event, so you can follow along at Lady Gwendolyn or Rowan Temple of Light, Facebook or YouTube, and that's where we will be
Yeah.
on March 25th on 9 noon. 3 p.m., 6 p.m., and 9 p.m. to finish out the day. And we've got some amazing people already lined up to come on and offer up prayers. So
Right.
it's really exciting.
So there's that one. And that's an online event. Then you've got Beltane in the North.
Yes, Beltane in the Hills is May 13th. It is at Edith Burrell Riverfront Park in Star City.
Mhm.
We I'm like got cold chills. I'm so excited. This is the first
Yeah.
year for that. I have teamed up with Mo and Earth Magic. We've got witch trivia. We've got aerial list. We've got a fairy photo shoot. It is a half hour of time block for 10 photos. It's great for family, covens, groups, just whatever. But
And it
it's
will be one of the few events ASIN comes out to this year.
yeah.
I'm going to attempt to come up and vent. I've got to get your form into you. I'm sorry. I've been behind the
Well,
work.
that's a busy weekend for our community.
Well, it is. I mean, it's a really busy time. It's a very busy section of life. But, I'm also in that stage where there's a lot of other shit going on across the planet. And then so that moves us into Thursday nights with coffee and tea. And I swap off co-hosts because I've got five of them running around. One of them can only meet with me so often. One of my co-hosts is Lady Gwendolyn, so you see
Yes.
that if you're a Lady Gwendolyn subscriber. And then Friday night we do Mountain Bears. Mountain Bears talks about everything from an LGBT jaded bitch issue viewpoint. I'm get my co-host and partner is a lovely, lovely gentleman who's very smart and very technical and very computerized, but he's also very opinionated. So I actually get him to pry that out of
The
him.
two of you, whenever you just let everything fly, is the most exciting time. And I'm sure everyone can agree with me. Whenever you two get wound up, it is mwah,
I know the
primo.
other night we done a 3.5 hour live stream on different, just some of the stuff in the news. I was like, is this fucking, we got off and it's like, that was fun. On for another couple hours, but I think they would have went to sleep. Um, but and we have two segments in that. The Psychic Coffee Shop has, there's three Reddit subjects. On Tuesday nights, I do relationship advice, and we see if Joe's an asshole. Basically, he chooses, "Are you an asshole?" And y'all guys get to vote in the poll whether he's the asshole or not.
It's
And
good.
then on Friday nights, as we cover alternative relationships, I do poly relationship advice, and we also do another "Are you an asshole?" And y'all guys get to vote on that. And sometimes he's the asshole, sometimes he's not. Um, when I get time to work in some animation, I'm going to add some animations to it just because it's fun. And then on Sunday nights at 8 p.m., we do Psychic the Plans. Here's the reason why I started Psychic the Plans. I run international business. I am in two international businesses. I work with now 13 different companies and websites, plus run my own private clients. So all that in the air is like throwing balls while taking care of a poly household, while trying to run and take care of family and covens and students. So ASIN's busy. Problem is, if you go to Staples today, you can grab a planner and it tells you exactly, Franklin planner, lovely. This is what you do. This is how you make notes for a meeting. But it doesn't show you how to run a metaphysical with soul business, and to balance that out. So that's what Psychic the Plans is about. It's also, you get a 3-card reading for the week and the lesson of the tarot that week and different things, but it's about organizing your life in a metaphysical way to bring out your structure and to bring out your highest manifestation. Because, we have research from, oh goodness, what's her name? 5-second rule. Mel Robbins, that shows that the human is designed to operate in a schedule since probably the late 1700s. So, how to, build, manifest, grow your business. That is what that show is about. And of course, we've got Divination Night here on Wednesday nights or whatever Lady Gwendolyn's doing,
You never know with me.
In mine, it's listed as the cauldron of whatever. I almost want to call it the cauldron of Dogda. And then every other Monday, Dottie the Psychic hosts Shameless Self Promotions, which is pushing other businesses ahead. So you get, right now, it's 6 nights a week, sometimes 7 if it's the end of the month, and I do energy overviews. Then you get almost 2 weeks. If it hits right, you'll get 2 weeks of full concentration.
So everybody, just a quick, so that if you are on Facebook, please, if you do not mind, switch over to YouTube, or if you're listening to this later, thank you for joining us. YouTube just seems to work a little better, not glitch. So just kind of putting that out there.
We are streaming to Facebook. We stream to a lot of Facebook, but Facebook is a problematical situation. So always, 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 please come over to the YouTubes. We like that YouTubes, but let's do some reactions and comments. Hey, Replay Clue, we love having you here. Comment below. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to turn on those notifications.
Do all those fun things, because you never know when Lady Gwendolyn is going to post a video. Okay, so my thing is I work with into the shadow realm of our lives.
Yep.
And so I'm a shadow worker.
Right.
And occasionally I will post up a video, trauma talk, and it's literally a trauma type situation, or like this week it was trauma and tarot, but it was just a conversation. And that's what it is.
Right.
So if you are into digging deep within yourself, then follow along for those. And Trauma and Tarot Tuesdays, it's a hashtag, Trauma and Tarot.
Right. That's one of your great accomplishments, is you've got that hashtag rocking. But no, and then, if I'm not doing that, I'm doing readings with clients all over the world, all 11 networks. And 13 now. I keep remembering I picked up 2 more networks. So, and then, I also have the honorary title of Lord Voldemort of West Virginia.
We need to, I was going to say, we need to get you a plaque or something that says that. But if I do something like that, our audience is going to say that I am just making your head swell.
Well, that's why you get a crown, so it can't swell so much.
Okay, so we need a Voldemort crown, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that would be perfectly fine.
Okay, so whenever we are searching for crowns for May royalty, we will make sure that we get you one this time.
Oh, great.
And we can crown you Lord Voldemort at Beltane in the Hills.
That works.
Okay.
But let's squash some bullshit before I see it starting with the shit stirs and the cauldrons, okay?
Okay, here we go.
Beltane in the north did hopefully take over in your calendar Beltane in the Forest, which is an event that I retired after doing 14 years, and we hit a pandemic. And I'm like, that drum is beaten till about it's thin. Someone else can do it. During that time, we had traditionally crowned and made king and queen, and now Lady Gwendolyn, Lady Gwendolyn asked if she could do it at her event because we weren't having about time first. I'm like, yeah. So it's kind of like Mama Morgan just went, yeah, all right, you're tired. We got that. Put down your sword, put down your shaft, and go on over.
Time to pass that torch.
Yeah.
So yes, everything is kosher. We're all good. And so another reason why, I mean, you had such an issue was with the location.
Oh,
And the place that you had it, they are still fighting to even keep the park, still going.
yeah.
I mean, if you do you want to talk about that for a minute?
Sure. Let's talk about a few things that has occurred.
Okay.
When you run events for decades, Beltane in the Forest was a 20-year event. It started out with Lady Breedwin, and she didn't really plan to have an event. She planned to have a damn picnic on Beltane and have people dance around the pole, have a hot dog, maybe a hamburger, go on damn home. And it grew by demand, by necessity, by covenant. And we were at Canal State Forest, and they got a new superintendent of the park, who wasn't as friendly or as relaxed. And, we've got 500 people coming in our park one day a year, and it's like, we're normally the busiest group of people there, because we're counting 500, but we don't sell tickets. We didn't charge people to come and all that. So it could have been 1,000, whatever. So he wasn't exactly that pleased that, our little pagan event was getting attention. So he gave us some issues, and it's like, fine, we'll go somewhere else. And we went over to, God, what is it? My brain is not there, but
The
anyway,
one that I'm talking about, the last one,
yeah,
Coonskin.
Kinskin Park. We went to Kinskin Park. Lovely staff. They're adorable and they're fabulous. They have pulled magic out of the air before, and they're not, they're a lovely, small, governed park. Very easy to work with, nice rules. They've always been great to us. But unfortunately, they are built right by the airport. Who keeps eating them up.
Yes.
So the location that Beltane was classically held at was literally now an airstrip. So that vortex on May, 18th, 19th, 20th, and you might have a little rough landing, trying to get through those circles. I don't think they were too happy with that. But, I tell people, don't bring your watches to my circles. I will stop them. I've blown cell phones up before. Don't do it. But, so, before the pandemic, that's cute. Joe came in and was chatting with one of our baristas, and we'll get to what the baristas do around here in a minute. But before the pandemic, nobody was booking. I find it highly interesting. None of the park, nobody was returning calls, private parks, anything else. And I said, what the hell, Morgan, my patron goddess? What the hell? This is your event. We have had temperance with you. We've had a covenant with you that as long as we do the event, you will see that it gets paid. And she said it's time for a damn rest. And boy, did we get one.
Yeah.
Boy, did we get one. So, and then during that time, I'm like, okay, it's time for a rest. It's time to put it to sleep, put the dream to sleep, because you have to wake up and get back to reality. And it had become a very large event, a very gorgeous event. We'd had some really good times. We had grown. We'd gone through a lot of growing pains. And then now that we're coming out of this, I'm looking back and going, nah, I'm not in that place anymore. Time for someone else to do it. And, you know, there's also been drama along the way. There's always drama when you work with the public. And especially in the PEG community where, I don't know, I think one of my new requirements is, do you have ADHD? Kind of like in the 80s, I used to ask, do you play Dungeons and Dragons? No? Okay, great, let's go. Um, Lady Gwen, lovely Lady Gwen, she's been so supportive of me over the centuries. It seems like said, "Can I do belt? Will you get mad if I do belt? If I do belting?" And I looked at her and said, "I don't give a toot's ass. If you can get a park to call you back, if you can get an organization behind you, go and do it with my blessing and have fun at it while you're at it." She says, "I want to change the name," and I'm like, "And." It's like passing a house over to you. I don't care if you repaint the living room, but at least make sure that you do it right.
Well, I feel like it's showing honor and appreciation to
And it
Beltina the
is.
Fourth for the life that it had.
Yeah, because for many years, and I do mean many years, there were two pagan festivals in West Virginia. Okay? Two. No more than two. There was no more. Oh, we can't. West Virginia just so. And I have had this discussion with people. West Virginia, and they have said West Virginia is just so small, we can barely support pagan pride and Beltane. And I'm like, bullshit. Bullshit. This year alone, it tickles my damn little heart. Get your calculators out. We're going to do some counting. I'm going to have to do some finger adding up here. Okay. So, Governor Justice Randy's mouth. Also, we have a virtual event, Pagan Day of Prayer. That's what you get, Justice. Now get your ass back down to the Greenbrier and cut the grass like you're supposed to be doing. Then now we have Beltane of the North. We have, I believe, next up on the roster is nothing in June yet that I've got my nose in. Have you heard anything in June?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. In July, I believe we have, is it July or August that Meadow?
No. Mine, Central West Virginia Pagan Pride is August 19th, and then Metro Valley Pagan Pride is September 16th.
Okay, so I knew it. You guys had switched months around. Y'all guys have been working so good together. So you've got August and September.
Yeah.
In November, it's time to go get some damn turkey, feed some families, get out there and run some soup kitchens, get some weathering, some stuff done. And then you've got the Yule Ball.
You know we're going to do the Yule Ball again.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that will make me 4.
Yes, that's what I told you.
What is wrong with me?
Wicked Witch of the West, what do you think?
Why doesn't somebody ever ring me in?
I do ring you in about once a year. Bring you in, dust you off, spit you off, say, all right, go back out there. There's 13 months out of the year. You've got 4 of them filled in now. You got to go and fill in the other.
Well, okay, so I posted in West Virginia Pagan Calendar. If you are not familiar, West Virginia Pagan Calendar is a group where we throw online events, local events, classes, businesses, whatever. But it's good for our local community. And I found the Hecate Festival in Michigan. And somebody was like, we could really use that here. I said, I will help somebody, but I am not taking that on. Someone else is going to have to step up. Ason's rubbed off on me. No, what makes you say something like that?
Oh, I don't know. All right, so I'm going to say this once and say this. I'm going to save myself some emails. Let me go and get the book so that I can get it over to our producer so he can ship it out to you.
Okay, Brittany, I do see that you put in your date of birth. Is there one of us that you would prefer to have your reading from? Just let us know in the comments.
I will not show my copy of this book. Okay.
Probably worn.
Um, I will put it as nicely as I can. It's duct taped. Okay. That is how much I've used this book. Trish Owens down in Tennessee. Lovely psychic. Gorgeous woman. Works with a lot of stuff. Oh, and you don't, Brittany, did you have a question? If you had a question, if not, honey, I'm going to read from my deck here and you're going to get what I get. All right.
Oh no, the black tarot.
No, I got a new one.
Ooh.
Ooh, yes, it is the
Okay.
Guiding Light Tarot. All right, so if you want to run a festival, you run an event, you will know this. Ooh, that's a nice question. A good one, Brittany. You will want to, Puff in Tennessee.
Okay.
So the Trish built Puff is a wonderful festival, and that is in June, I believe. That may be in June. Like in my brain, there's an event in June that I want to go to and just like be. A festival. Anyway, she wrote a book on how to run a pagan festival.
Oh, okay.
And in Pagan Unity Festival is the one that I want to go to. There we are. And yes, that is in June.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's June 1st.
Okay.
Okay.
Around here, June 1st is Renaissance Fair season. So if
Mhm.
you are a Ren Fair fan, West Virginia Renaissance Festival in Lewisburg on every weekend in June.
Anyway, if you want to run a festival, you understand how to organize a festival, even the big festivals like sleepovers and stuff, get that book. I won't show mine on camera because it is covered in duct tape. It has fallen apart. It has been rained on. It has been blown across the park. I mean, that's just how handy Trisha's book is. It inspired how to organize festivals. If you need an idea, you need help, you need to know where to go buy insurance, whatever, I will gladly aid you in doing that. I will even tell you the months that there is a availability for a festival. But I can no longer sit on councils and set and run and do and all that because I'm at a different stage.
Yes. Yeah, we talked about that. We are all on. Everyone is on a path of elevation,
Mhm.
and this is the year that it feels like it's really taking hold for us.
True, true. All right, so we got someone waiting for a
Yeah.
reading.
Okay.
You want to read the birth date and the question while I get out the light guiding tarot,
Okay.
which I love this box. It's going. It's
42502.
okay.
How will this year go for me?
Okay.
Well, hun, if you're ready to be read, you come to the right place.
Yeah. But no, I will be doing limited festivals that bring me joy. Oh, and Mystic Artisans is
Oh yeah,
yeah,
she hasn't got a date for that yet, but it's usually in July.
yeah. It's right. It's either July or June with you, or August with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. Anyway, so it's sprung up. We're starting to see us take hold in the these are still still in the community, in building community. We've got some lovely shops. I mean, I remember when the only shop in West Virginia, well, there were two. Um, there was Lady of the Lamp, and you had to make an appointment. And there was Wildflowers in Charleston, and that's all the pagan shops there were. You want to know why most witches look at you? What do you need? You know, angel light. Well, because we couldn't get it. Um, well, fine. Okay, let's just we're sitting here shuffling, getting jumpers at the time. So here we go. This is a brand new deck. Yeah, the review is on Ace and Knight of it, and my thoughts of it. But we'll set the jumper over here for you. So I use normally for a quick draw, I use a lady's fan. And since we're looking at the year, we'll look at the year. All right, so it's divided into three parts, well, four parts. First up is the first part of the fan is the Knight of Swords. You have got some challenges you're going to have to deal with. With that, we have the Eight of Pentacles. You're going to have to build your financial foundation. You've got opportunities there within the first part of the year. Middle part of the year, your July through August, you're going to be dealing with, understanding and being a diplomat to deal with emotional situations that are still tied to your relationship with finances, and everything kind of comes full circle. So if you're having a tough time now, about mid-year, it settles itself out. There's probably going to be a job change in there. Moving ahead, we have the Queen of Swords. Around September through October, you need to be making decisions and going, I ain't taking anybody's damn shit today. Think, if you're pagan, think of the Battle of Morrigan, think of, Joan of Arc, that type of energy, because we also have the Eight of Swords here. If you're going, I got enough shit to do than putting up with your crap. And your focus for this year is new, fresh, crispy cash. Your finances are going to be taking growth and change. Your theme this year will be money. What I find interesting is, your jumper card was the world. So you've either completed a cycle or are completing a cycle in your life. If you look back, life has patterns, you have cycles. You're completing that and you're getting ready to start trying something new.
Wow. Good luck to you, hon.
Collect that bag, baby.
Absolutely. Chasing the dream.
Chasing the Mercedes, apparently, according to our comments.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that one.
I've been told him the only Mercedes he's getting is the Spirit.
I haven't seen any of them for a while. So.
Oh, well, the Spirit RV is a Mercedes. It's the Mercedes RV. It's gorgeous. It looks like a camper van. Yeah.
Oh, Mercedes!
She just got a Mercedes. Congratulations, Brittany. I hope you enjoy it.
Absolutely.
They are known to last for a century as long as you keep your maintenance up. Like there are Mercedes from the 70s that you can literally just throw fucking cooking oil in and drive. That's how good they are. But Aisen's retirement dream is he's selling every damn thing and heading into an RV and throwing everything that he wants in his life in an RV, or giving Gwen whatever she wants out of his attic, or selling it on eBay or auctioning it off for this or whatever. And I'm getting an RV and I'm going to drive until it dies.
That's my thing is I always wanted to be a traveling witch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, one thing about our jobs is that we can do our jobs from anywhere.
Uh-huh.
And that, well, I can't, at least right now, because I do the healing aspect.
Why not?
Well, I can, but I have to. I would have to travel to the clients to do the healing.
No,
I won't do.
You can just say, I'm in St. Louis today. Who wants a Reiki session? Show up at 5:00 and bring me a cup of coffee.
So I'm working on adding some more things to my endless list of things that I am certified to do.
Mm-hmm.
I will have those probably announced within the next 2 weeks.
Very cool. Very cool. I see blank spots in that wall over there. I think degrees and certifications and training should really be made into wallpaper.
They are right here in front of me.
Uh-huh.
Not behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever I start to feel down,
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like all of my hard work is for nothing and nobody appreciates anything, I look up here on my wall and I see my crystal certification, crystal healing certificate, my sound healing, my Reiki master,
Mm-hmm.
my 2021 Best Tarot Reader from the West Virginia Tarot Association Award. Like, this tells me that I am doing really good at at my progress, and that I should continue.
You are.
So, Gwen tossed a massage table in the RV instead of at a campsite. I got my chair. I got my zero gravity chair. That's what I carry around with me, and I take whenever I vend. I am vending at 4 events this year. I posted up the schedule on blog,
Mm-hmm.
on the Rowan Temple Light blog, but I'm vending for events and going to, and then of course I'll be at Beltane in the Hills and Central West Virginia Pagan Pride, but I won't be vending there for obvious reasons.
Well, no, because you can't do that.
No.
It's like,
No.
sorry, I done that probably the first 2 years I ran Beltane, and it was like a fucking auctioneer, and yeah, it didn't go so well. I kind of like set the table up, never came back other than pick my drink up.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and that's what I did at Pagan Pride last year. Sorry, I need to start clarifying.
Uh-huh.
Central West Virginia Pagan Pride, because now that they're, Metro Valley is happening and growing, we
Mm-hmm.
need to differentiate between the two because they're two
Well,
separate
you're going to
events.
be at Metro. It isn't like and let's calm that quarrel before
No, I will be there, and she will be, Metro Valley will be represented as Central because we have an agreement we're going to take care of each other because this is what you do in a community.
Well, exactly, and it's not like let's fix the pot stirring because there's a lot of pot stirring on. There's a lot of pot stirrers in this community. Just say that. I hope someone hands them a spoon. Matter of fact, I think we need to start passing out spoons.
Lick it, baby. Lick
Uh, um, there's no qualms between the two of you. One is growing out of the other. One seeing a need and started out of the other, and that was with Colin.
it.
Colin saw a need that everyone can't get to Central as much as they want to, wasn't physically able to. Because sorry, I'll be honest. I remember when I was very impressed with my coven that everybody had car insurance in their own name. Okay.
Yeah.
That, like, not on a policy, not running a policy, not us all sharing a policy. Believe me, there was sometimes some people had a policy with 9 cars on it and 1 driver. But the community grows, the needs of the community grows, and we have and okay, if you guys follow the public timeline, if you go 1942 to 2023, someone do me some math there. Now we're starting to get aging population pagans. We've lost most of our founders. We have very few left in the world. But, we're getting into that second and third and fourth generation pagans. And I'm sorry, when I'm 92, I can't drive 6 hours. That's the reason I came off the road is I can't be in a car 48 weekends a year, either in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. My ankles swell, my back hurts. I want my bed. I want my bed that's supportive. So, we as a community grow and build, and we're growing and building and, doing a lot. So, no, there is no animosity between Central or Metro.
Not a bit.
It's what needs. It's what the community needs. Like, I'm sorry, if you are in Huntington, West Virginia, you guys have been ignored for 20 years. Logan, West Virginia, you guys have been ignored for 20. Well, you guys would come up to mind, but as far as pride go, there are some artists, and we've got a lovely new shop. I haven't made it down there yet. Maybe if the creek don't rise, I'll make it down there this summer. In Logan County that opened up, and there's been a fury and a fire for it.
Barbarics, and Barbarics is, if you are in the area, if you are local, even if you are in Charleston, Huntington, if you are in Kentucky, if you are in Virginia, on March 25th, I know that's Pagan Day of Prayer, but Barbarics is also having an event, and Donna from Appalachian Pagan Ministry is going to be there. So at noon, you want to take a guess at who our guest is going to be? Donna, coming live from Barbarics.
Awesome, but
It's
no,
so exciting.
they've had so much right now. Someone. Lord knows I get emails all the time, and it's like, nope, sorry, my mansion is right beside the lava hot tub, so I can get the steam. Those type of emails, but they have had so much problems, from their community, blazing that territory, literally tilling the fucking earth of rock to build a community there. So Barbarics is doing I'm sure going to do wonderful. That
Show them all the love and support we can.
exactly, and we've gotten so many that have grown. I mean, Mo. I mean, if you go, like, you're going to have to fill in the middle because I'll tell you my shops that I go to. You have Earth Magic, Lady Mo. I love her to death. She has airlifted me stuff down. And yes, most of these shops, if you want it and you can't get there, they will mail it to you at a fee, but they'll mail it to you. I mean, and that's to be expected. Shops and businesses deserve to be paid as part of your pagan tenements. If you don't believe me, go back to Bucky Blue and start again.
Yeah.
So, we've got Earth Magic, then we come into Charleston, or what's in between there?
Okay, so Morgantown we got Earth Magic, and then coming down. Okay, so northern. Oh my gosh, the panhandles.
Yeah.
Northern Panhandle up there we got Mindful Makings and Diagonally.
Yeah.
Over in the Eastern Panhandle we've got On the Wings of Dreams. And I can't remember the other one.
So you got a shop there.
Yes, there's another shop there. And then coming down, I'm not familiar with anything in Parkersburg. Indigo Moon is in Buchanan. We drop down a little bit further in Fayetteville. We have the Great Googly Moogly. And
it still has Googly Moogly also.
The what?
They have 2 stores, Fayetteville and Oak Hill.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about the one in Oak Hill.
They have 2 stores now. They've grown so much they had to move into 2 different spaces.
Princeton is the Gaia Den. And then over in Milton, in 2 locations, Flea Market and main storefront location is our 20. I have to say this. Our 2023 Pagan and Shop of the Year Barefoot Gypsy.
Right. And then you've got the Crystal Lotus there in St. Albans. And then Dottie has a small selection at her office.
I keep forgetting that Dottie just did that. I'm so excited for her.
She does. And then Faye Clips is in the Charleston Capital Flea Market. She has a store there. So we have grown from 2 itty bitty stores that, well, we get what we can in. And I remember working with Wildflowers to get stuff into BOP. And she's like, oh, well, I can send them a catalog of what I have, but it's no guarantees. And I'm like, Carol, just send it. The boys will order. And she was just so great with that. But, you have to pave the ground.
Oh, and the 2 Tinkers. I forgot about them. They're in Charleston as well. Yep. But didn't correct me if I'm wrong, because you've been in the community a lot longer than I have been. Yeah, we was talking about Barbarics in Chapmansville.
Yeah.
So we didn't forget about them. We were talking about them before we went down the list.
Yeah.
So didn't Wildflowers go into Barefoot Gypsy?
She bought the right.
Like somehow transition.
Yeah. Well, Barefoot Gypsy. Carol wanted to retire. She deserved a fucking retirement. I mean, that woman worked her butt off, taught classes, done readings, ran the store, got into the prisons, the whole 9 yards. It's time for her to retire. So Barefoot Gypsies bought Wildflowers out.
Okay. At least it was able to continue. That dream was able to continue.
Exactly.
And that just goes to show, see, shops have been evolving. We evolve.
Well, and I don't know. Somewhere in one of the shops, they really, especially one of the really heartfelt shops, there should be a wall of memorial to the shops that didn't make it. Because shops would spring up. I was part of a few of them. Mountain Mamas, it sprung up, and then the gods brought her a man, and Sally moved off to Virginia, and that was fun. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks was another shop that closed back in the 90s. We were in Charleston. They spring up. Shops are like vegetables. They grow, they build, they either spring open, change, whatever, or they harvest and move on. But no, we've got some really good pagan groups going on. And it's great now that I am sitting in the elder position to sit back and let the youngins do it.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what is possessing me to do all this that I'm doing, but I'm just along for the ride. I'm an innocent bystander. I'm just doing what I'm being told.
Well, no, you're not an innocent bystander. Now, now in a court of law, you would be guilty. But
Come on, you're not going to let me get away with that one?
I don't let you get away with a damn thing. I'm your papa.
Oh,
You messed that up. Now get back in there and do that. We need a Samhain ritual. Or we need a Samhain event. Now, who's going to stir that one up?
Let one of my priestesses do it.
Oh, I think Morgana would do it lovely. It's her day.
Well, Lady Lilith was elevated on November 1st, and Lady Morgana is the youth minister, and we just added Lady Minerva and Lord Martin to our roster of clergy. So we're growing.
Hey, honey, go for it. Go, grow all the way. And but the important part is things change and grow. And I am so tired of the pot stars. Let me see. I've heard I am dead. No, I'm not. I'm quite alive. Well, mostly. I got email the other day from a person that was quite enjoyable. She's one of my old international clients that read with me back in the 90s, and she's like, "Can I book a reading?" I'm like, "Honey, here's the website. You no longer have to email me and hope that I can take you. Go over." And she's like, "You, you do you?" I think she got really confused because I used to have a very limited schedule of only a few appointments a week. Like I had like 5 because I was everything, I'm on the road. I'm leaving out Friday. I'm coming back Monday or Tuesday, or I'm gone the whole freaking week, because the festival starts Thursday. So vendors have to be there Wednesday and it's done on Sunday. Well, vendors, I needed now a day of rest. So I don't leave back home till Monday. She's like, "You're not on the road anymore." I'm like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Wonderful." And she's able to book online. Of course, you can Google me. If you have a preferred service, Google my name, AESONK9GHC. I'll pop up on your preferred service or just visit my websites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
anything, I think we pretty much went down a whole slew of stuff about you and what you're doing. So I'm really
always.
excited
I
about that.
mean, my planner bleeds. And if you don't believe me, come join me Friday night, Sunday nights at 8 p.m. and you'll see most of the ink that goes in there. I don't show I don't show the stuff I can't show because I'm working with this and that,
Well, obviously. Yeah.
obviously. But, it's there. You can come see how busy ASIN is. Of course, and I've recently switched time zones. So I'm more on nights and, enjoying that. That's where I'm comfortable at.
I mean, it works for you if in your vampiric Voldemort self.
It does. It does. It's like you and freaking 4:30 in the morning. You'll pop up.
I'm sorry. I realize that occasionally that I get up and message you.
And I'm like, "Hi, honey. What you up to?" And you're like, "Why aren't you in bed?" And I'm like, "It's nighttime. I'm a child with work on. Yeah, I'm supposed to be awake."
Whenever you're done for the day is whenever I'm getting up and started. So at least we've got all the bases covered.
We've got the bases covered between, other organizations, West Virginia Psychics I'm involved in. We've got 5 great psychics there that are in West Virginia that I recommend to everybody. If I'm not available or you want a new perspective, go get Lady Gwendolyn. Go check out Tracy Van. She's a young up and coming psychic that's amazing. We got Natalie McVickers, another kick-ass medium, because Lord knows I'm just now getting into mediums. There's me, and then of course Dottie's
Dottie the
on
psychic.
Dottie the psychic on there. Oh, hi minions.
Oh, I know what you were going to talk about.
Uh-huh.
The baristas. And you need to talk about your Patreon.
Well, I have a Patreon, and it supports the network. It makes these broadcasts happen, and we call them the Priestess, because they do a lot of the back house work. If you're watching on the Psychic Coffee Shop, I believe my baristas they keep the crap out now, and that's one of the benefits. But they get different benefits, and they support running the network. They also make network decisions. One of those one we didn't do tonight, which is commercials. They were like, if you're going to do the show, I need a pee break.
Yeah.
You know,
Things went so fast tonight. I didn't realize it was 8:45 till I realized, oh crap, we forgot to take a break.
yeah, well, that's okay. They'll be fine. Shannon went and got her food. It arrived. So but no, we do commercials advertising people, but they make decisions for that work because I like my listeners to tell me what they want to see, what they want to hear, and it's not inexpensive. I think our lowest tier is $1, our biggest tier is $10, and you get different benefits. You get free access to the monthly gallery readings. You get discount on readings. You get discount on merch. We did launch a merch line at their bequest, and we get to have fun because I have like catchphrases like "just burn his shit." Um,
I haven't seen that one yet on the merch list.
It's on the creation list. I think,
Okay, because I'm gonna need that one.
I know, and I think you'll
Very
need the one that says my Mercedes comes with bristles. Um, just different, catchphrases, that type of thing. The normal merch stuff, but it took us 2 years to do it. And and it's not coming up with the shirts. Um, it's he's working on it. Yeah, she needs that on a t-shirt. Joe, add that to your list if he's working on it. Um, we wanted to find shirts that were shirt suppliers and suppliers in general that didn't do just small because I think my legs are not small. Nothing small. So that's a big thing. And we needed, so we were very particular about the companies we used and all that. And now we got to take time to get things loaded up because we've created and have he has a to-do list of, I want a shirt for this. I want a shirt for this. I want a shirt that says, I'm not microwavable. I may be dateable, but I'm not microwavable, that type of thing. So we've got our hands on a lot of pies. We do a lot of things, and our baristas back us or say, you know what, here's an example. I was like posting your daily tarot, your daily astrology, your daily numerology, your daily on my pages, on what and they're like, you're fucking killing me in the morning. I wake up at 8 o'clock and you're giving me all the guidance of the day. Can we stream it down? So okay, we'll stream it, and we're streaming it down. That type of thing. And, but also they are our support, they're our backers. You have a voice in the network. You can say, I don't know what the hell you're doing, Nathan, but 8 o'clock to fucking 2 in the morning, come on now. I got to go to work at 8 o'clock, that type of thing. So it's nice to have listeners that stand behind you and push you and make sure that look out and go, from this perspective, this is what's going on. Yeah. Here's an example. When we first went streaming video, we were using a service, and I won't name them. I had a barista company and goes, I don't know what the hell you're doing, but can you not do that because it's not working? And it's like, okay, fine, we'll switch it. We'll find a new survivor. Or that yellow is just too much. You're killing me. Okay, we'll switch it. Yeah. So, or hey, I see them doing this. Why don't you do this? Or I wanted to. That's how the two, the relationship advice and the "Are you an asshole" came up because they wanted our point of views on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, cool, we can do that. We're already commenting most of the time on there. But anyhow, we're at our time block, baby girl.
Absolutely, we have went a little over time, but I want to say thank you to everybody for joining in tonight. Thank you for Asen for stepping in at the last minute and coming on and just being a part of this. I so enjoyed our time together tonight.
I enjoyed our time too, and all you got to do is summon me with pot coffee and an ashtray.
That's right. All right, bye. Thank you so very much. I will see you next week for our next guest. So please join. I will be posting up that information. Well, it is already posted up, but I will set reminders. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. See you next week. Good night.
Good night, all.